Hi, good evening. Corey coming in to do the channeled messages. I did do the intro, and I don't look like I do in the intro as I do now. I've been recording these during the week in between clients. So please bear with me if the dates don't line up to match that. But I started recording on the 20th or the 21st of June and just trying to get these out. This one is a channel message for the month of June, the end of June until and through the month of July. This message is for, who was I doing this one for? Capricorn. This is a not a personal reading. This is to be taken as a general. So if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, doesn't. If you have Capricorn anywhere within your sign, then this may be there may be a message in here for you. Cross watching, you may have something in here as well that resonates, and if it does, then yay, it's for you as well. Please also remember that this doesn't replace any medical, psychological advice that you have been given. I have the powers within you is what I'm getting, Capricorn. I just feel like there's the essence that I got the golden light. I'm like, you just feel like you're like there is a lot of golden energy around you, and you have the opportunity or the choice to choose to accept that energy or to allow that energy to be resonating as something to rise you into a higher vibration. I feel as if for some of you Capricorn, you've really been in this past few months, you've been really finding yourself being out of your comfort zone, not with the unknowing, not knowing how things are going to fall, how things are going to go. And it just feels like it's like I got a split. So I got half of Capricorn. It's like there's this portion of Capricorn that has thrived in this energy, and there's a part that has just been like panicked in this energy. It's like there's no kind of happy medium here in the Capricorn energy. And because I keep pulling the gold, I'm using my friend Kate Gong's deck of Oracle cards as well, which are not fully out yet, but I have the beta deck of these cards, which I have to say I absolutely love. Sorry, my screen was still in this little tiny screen I was trying to see through. So I want to pull from two decks. So I'm doing tarot, plus I'm using these beautiful guidance oracle deck as well. And these are the 7 spiritual keys are really incorporated into here. And I just feel like this is a key. There's some key elements of your life that feels as if it is time for you to truly embrace your feelings. And I have emotions is what came up for me. And I embrace all my feelings. And I just feel like even your sadness or even your panic or even your worries, you have to really embrace it and ask yourself what's really happening within me, what's happening for me, what's happening within me that I need to be aware of that has been creating my reality. And I just feel like you create your own reality. And this is where I was speaking about, I just see with Capricorn having like 2 different stories happening here. Some are thriving and some are not so thriving. It's like what reality are you creating? Are you creating the doomsday reality, or are you creating like this inspiration, inspiring other people to find their strength, to find their courage, to step up, to step into their light? And I'm like, I feel like some of you are holding on to something of like a situation or a story or a relationship of the past, and it is defining and affecting the relationships that you're in now. You also have a sense that this, I feel like the lack of finances that has been kind of involved for a lot of Capricorns this time, it brings back old poverty memories and not being in control of your finances, your money, and not having enough hours at work. And you're kind of sitting in that. And see, I have the Page of Pentacles. And I just feel like you're just kind of missing, like there's something of the material world that's really missing for you. This feels like it's not really overly affecting you, but it's affecting you enough that you're you're not allowing the flow, the soft, beautiful energy of a loving person or a loving opportunity to come in. And I have the Lovers card, and this is a relationship, and I feel like this is the relationship between either you and your shadow self or you and another, but one is like the optimist, and the other one is the pessimist. And And I just feel like there's such a balance, like it's such a challenge going on here to maintain that. And whether that's someone that's in your life, Capricorn, or someone who's, or it's you in your shadow. I'm really truly picking up you in your shadow. That's a huge one for me in this reading, is the real shadow self. And you're so close to being able to fully like take that next step, take that next leap. And I just feel like this is another pentacle card. And I just feel like the material world's really affecting you. And it's like, what happens if I take that leap and jump over the fence and I start to take this soul seeking journey of my life? And, you know, it's like you're waiting for that advice. You're waiting for that go ahead. You're waiting for someone to tell you that it's okay to go. And it's like, and I pulled the meditation card, and I feel like you know, when you pause, you quiet, and we're in Mercury retrograde right now. And there's some real Capricorny energy happening around us right now as well. And some Cancer energy. And I'm like, I have some really grounded earth, and I have some emotional. So I'm like, I have a little bit of mixed energy happening for you, Capricorn. I'm like, I don't know where to place you. I don't know where to take you into a total balance. And I do feel like Capricorn, you have to find some balance here. And you have the Sun card. Here's the golden that I had. And here's the Death card in reverse. And what are you not willing to let die? What are you not willing to let go that's keeping you from being really in that presence of transformation, of growth, of awareness, of happiness, of joy, of all of these things that is waiting for you? And it's been a long time since I got chalk paint all over my hand. It's been a long time since you've been kind of able to fully trust that your emotions are not lying to you. And I just feel like with everything that's been happening, everything that's been going on in the past few months with this pandemic, with all of this, it's like you're really questioning whether or not your emotions are real. And so you've created a lot of false reality. And now you're like, well, I'm still here, still going, things are still happening. So why am I so afraid? Or why am I still struggling? And I do feel as if you're still struggling in areas of your life. And it's because that damn shadow self is like the essence of the false self, the not true self, has had more control than the real light of you. See? Surrender. You have to surrender over. It's like there's a lot of things you can't really control. And if you need to break the ties, break the stories, let go of the past here. Like blah, 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 blah. That's just what I got. Blah, 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 blah. How many times have we told you to let go of the past? How many times do you hear that story? But do you understand to let go of the past is to kind of go not just in the mind, but in the body, where we store energy, where we store the old stories, and recognize that sometimes you've got to literally like imagine taking out these pieces of other people's energies or the old stories of the past and removing them, because it's like this is like shadowing over your heart, shadowing over your power center. And here's the wisdom. And I just feel like Capricorn is very wise, very, very much head-centered a lot of times, and very much can be self-centered. And I don't mean that in a mean way, so don't take that to be mean. I mean, as if you focus on what's happening in your personal world instead of taking the focus off yourself and putting it onto other areas where you can use your talents, your gifts to be a change in the world. Because Capricorn, you are very intelligent, very gifted. You have a lot to give, a lot of love to share. And it's like if you take it away from being focused on the lack of in your life and focusing on what can I give, how can I use every bit of who I am to be of service for other people, you thrive. That's where you do well. That's where you thrive. And it truly is time for you to kind of get clear with who you are and what kind of reality you're creating and what kind of world do you want to see like be present for you in this coming in July and August. And it's like you got to be the change that you want to see. And see, trust in your own intuition. I create my deepest desires. You really, really do. What are you creating? What are you living in? And creativity. And so start creating from your soul essence. And here's my golden. Again, this is attraction, where attention goes, energy flows, and it's a very golden time around you. This is very power centered. Draw your attention to the positive, or draw your attention to being a change, and allow your soul to inspire you. Allow yourself to be inspired by the soul essence of you, not the ego essence of you. That's the difference. Not to be controlled by the ego, by the fear, by the what ifs, or the lack of brain. It's truly about allowing to be inspired from in here. You're very artistic, you're very creative for a lot of Capricorns. And there's just so much that you can be creating when you bring your focus outside of yourself. Much love. Have a wonderful July, end of June and July. And I really think once you find this balance, I think you're going to be much, much happier, because there's a lot of love and opportunities waiting for you. Love and opportunities waiting for Capricorn. Much love. Have a wonderful end of June, July.